Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Cancer. All Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Cancer in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Cancer, please. What does Cancer need to know? Okay, so before we get into the cards, I'm seeing a circular object. It's round, it's circular. It's like an Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Time passes, the cyclical nature, the ending of a cycle or the repeating of a cycle. I also heard you will know it when you see it. Time comes back around. It's coming back around. It's coming back to you. Okay, something's coming back around, coming back to you. The cycle is going to repeat. Okay, so there has been a cycle that ended, but it's going to repeat itself. I think there must be a good reason for that. It may be a different reason for different people, but I think this is repetitive. If this is for you, then you know it. And you will know it when you see it, because it will be the same. Although it may take a different form, the essence will be the same. We've got the Death card here. Okay. So yeah, the Death card, I feel like this is Scorpio energy, but it's also, it's kind of confirming and clarifying what I was just seeing and saying. The end of a situation. The form has changed, but the substance is the same. It's like meeting somebody new who reminds you of a past person, and you recognize the same qualities, traits, something about their mannerism, something about the essence of this person is the same as the last one, and the cycle repeats itself. You have attracted the same energy, or you are attracting the same energy. Even though so much has changed, something is dissolving. Okay, with the Death card, something has to dissolve. It will dissolve. Whether you resist the change or accept the change, it is inevitable. This is changing. It's out of your hands. You are not in control. Okay, this feels a little ominous, but I don't mean to be ominous. I guess sometimes the mysteries of life can be a little bit daunting. I feel that. So let's see what else the cards have to say about this message, because if you don't want to repeat this, I feel like somebody feels like they don't want to repeat the cycle. Like a 7-year cycle is about to repeat. I almost feel like, okay, it's not in your control. It's something about yourself. You can't control this about yourself. Can you change it? I mean, it will change. It is changing. But like I said, there's like, the form has changed, but the substance remains the same. And I don't want to just continuously repeat myself. I think you get the picture I'm saying. But it's like moving to a new location and starting a new life. Everything has changed, but you are the same person and you bring your same energy with yourself. If you want to change that about yourself, if you really want to change your life, you've got to change some part of yourself, which means that old self, that old ego has to die with the Death card. You've got to allow some part of this to dissolve. And I don't think that this is something you can force. Although I want to say that you can do something about it. I mean, we've got to be able to change. We have to have some influence. Okay, so you have some influence, but you don't have total control, evidently. That's the message that's coming through me today very strongly. Let me get some more cards, please. Where's this going? Okay, so we do have the Six of Wands here, and notice how both of them are riding a white horse. It's like a victory, a hero, an overcoming a challenge here. This is positive. This is good. So I want to say that you've got support. You are coming out of this in a very distinctly positive way. Okay, I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck. There's the 10, not the 10 of Pentacles. I said the 10 of Pentacles, but it's actually the King of Pentacles. 3 of Swords, 4 of... Okay, so... And then there's the Ace of Cups on the split. I saw underneath, we've got the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. Then we've got underneath, we've got the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Hanged Man. I feel like somebody is resisting the changes happening here. I feel like somebody else is embracing the changes. I feel like this King of Pentacles, probably a Capricorn, but it's also Taurus and Virgo energy. I've also got Libra, Leo, Scorpio, water signs, Aquarius, Cancer, Hanged Man, more water signs energy, as well as Queen of Wands. So I'm being told to quit digging. We've got the message here. Just focus on what we've already got. So this here implying that someone is quite materialistic, actually. I'm getting somebody who is avaricious or like greedy. They just want more and more. They have a very consumer mindset, okay? And they are, right now, they're in a struggle within themselves. They're having a hard time letting something go. They're having a hard time opening up. They are not open to change. And they're very sad. They're suffering, and yet they keep doing the same thing. This is the repetitive cycle. This could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. It's a general reading for Scorpio. If you'd like personal details, we could do a personal reading. So take this as it makes sense for you. And if it doesn't make sense for you and you're like, what is this lady talking about? This is probably not your reading. This is not your reading. It's okay. You can listen to it to see if you get anything out of it, or you can check your other placements or do what thou wilt with this information, okay? So it could be you or it could be somebody that you're dealing with here. But this is the energy of somebody who is kind of stuck in their ways and they keep repeating the same cycle because they don't really know how to change. They don't know how to change. They're not very imaginative, okay? Maybe they're very practical and they could be very successful in a practical way. A masculine earth sign, somebody who's very reliable, very predictable, and, you know, grounded, down to earth. But I'm getting the energy of somebody who's very materialistic, who is living in a very corporate or maybe consumerist lifestyle. So even if they're like a mechanic at the store, they just like to buy things. This is somebody who likes to own material possessions, like I'm seeing a big screen TV, you know, big TV, you know, gaming consoles. I'm seeing like they collect things, collecting stuff. And none of this material stuff is all that meaningful. It's not very deep. Okay, this is not somebody who feels things deeply. They are not poetic. Okay, they may be some kind of an artist, but their art would come from a place of pain and suffering in a very material or physical way. Okay, this could be somebody who is suffering in a physical way in their body. They're very sensual, right? Their senses, they may be doing substances, drinking, smoking, whatever. I get that from this energy here. And this may be your perhaps warning sign that if you were to follow the leader here, if you go down this path, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who has already been there, done that. This is the same kind of person, and it indicates to you that you either recognize that this is the same type of stuff that you've dealt with and you will get the same kind of results that you've had, or and you avoid it, or you will sleepwalk right into the same thing in a different place. You know what I'm saying? Same shit, different day kind of attitude here. And it's like, I hope I'm articulating this properly, because I do believe we can change. We must change. Change is inevitable. We must evolve. But that said, it's very easy for us to repeat patterns over again if we don't recognize them. So if you're seeing this and you know who this person is, very solid, reliable worker, they get up, they go to work, they come home, they drink, they play video games, they smoke, and on the weekends they watch football or something. Like, you know what I mean? This is a very normal dude, or it could be a woman in a masculine energy. You know, it's fine. We all have masculine and feminine. But it's like, I'm seeing the king here. You know, I'm just going to go with that pronoun because that's what's being presented to me. And it's easy for me to just talk about it like it's just one person, and you take the energy for you as the viewer. It's your job or your responsibility. It's your right, and you get it's your proper place or role. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to take this as it resonates for you and say, oh, that's talking about my girlfriend. You know, same energy, just trying to articulate it as a reader. Okay, so please forgive me with grace, because language is limited, and if I had it my way, it would be unlimited telepathy, and you wouldn't even need me to do this for you. You know what I mean? Like, I would have no job, because you would already be omniscient, and I certainly am not. So anyway, now that I'm done apologizing for my limitations and I'm doing my best here. So this is somebody who may experience physical pain, arthritis. They have an injury, a bad back. It may be work related. They may have experienced like taking painkillers, or, you know, I'm just getting like Lyme disease. I don't know. It's okay. I have covered this one. This is somebody who is going to end up breaking your heart if they have not already. You're like, oh, you're perfectly describing my ex. Okay, well, this person is still in your energy, and you are about to repeat the cycle if you don't evolve. Like, evolve or repeat. And you've got to change yourself somehow, your own attitude, right? We have the Hanged Man here. So I've got here the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups. This is a new love, okay? But there's something here, Seven of Swords with the Three of, you know, like it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. You are being called to recognize how your expectations for this new love may not be realistic. You may be thinking, this person is the one and only. They are going to make me so happy forever and ever. Amen. God bless. But no, that's not what I'm seeing here. And I strongly feel like I'm talking to somebody who is coming around full circle in their life, and they're at a very important point in their life where you have a choice. And the choice that you make is going to determine whether you repeat the same cycle over again or you move to the next phase of your development. And you're going to have to sacrifice something in order to make this sacred transition into your new form, this metamorphosis. You need to reevaluate your values here. Somebody is stuck in their mindset, in this routine, this lifestyle. I do see that it is like there may be a third party situation here, okay? Extramarital, or some kind of like, look at this, Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and all of this. Like, this is somebody who is involved with more than one person and is not being honest about it. There's a love affair, or a love triangle, or love squared quadrangle. Like, I don't know, what is it called when there's four? A quadrangle? There's like four people, or there's like two different couples, and it's like everybody is And I don't see this as being like an open, honest, like polyamorous situation where everybody knows about everybody else. It's like somebody is trying to get away with it and keep it on the down low and do something sneaky. And I'm just saying that's coming up in this energy here. So is it this King of Pentacles who's doing sneaky things? Is it you? And you are involved in a relationship with a very materialistic person who's kind of boring and you're not interested in them anymore, but they're stable financially. So you are investigating or getting involved with a much more exciting, fun love affair with somebody that you feel a real connection to. But this is unsustainable here. You're being told, you're being warned that you are going to end up repeating I keep saying it. I keep repeating it. I'm the one repeating a cycle now when I keep saying it over and over again. But that's your message. You're going to need to let something go and see it in a different way. You will evolve, I think, successfully metamorphosizing, right? Successfully changing yourself, your perspective as you release some sort of outdated or outmoded way of thinking. This is the end of a stuck or stagnant relationship or situation that perhaps you've been holding on to. And there has been some dishonesty here. Maybe you're not being completely honest with yourself. You're not being completely honest with your partner. You're not being completely honest with your new love. Okay? Because you have a new love here. You have your Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. It's a loving connection. Three of Cups, you probably feel this way. You feel you have this connection with somebody, this affectionate, fun-loving, more than just friends, but it is so, like, it's friends, but more than friends, like friends with benefits, or it's like you really love them. You feel so connected to them. Okay, so here's this conversation incoming. Wow. Okay, so you have this communication incoming about taking this new relationship to the next level. Whatever that means for you. Here's this King of Wands in the future. Yes, okay, so somebody wants to talk to you about the future of this love relationship. Two of Cups, the Star, King of Wands, fire sign, masculine fire sign energy. Ace of Pentacles, investing in this, maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, wants to talk, wants to communicate, okay, about, like, he wants to talk about the logistics, about moving into a new house or moving in together, something like this. So there is a new relationship here. Somebody who may have been waiting for a long time, or may have been taking their time and opening up about this. Yeah, this is hidden, but they want to make some changes and bring things to light and they want to be fair. They want it to be fair and open and honest. But right now, yeah, the truth is that there is a conflict here. But the truth is coming out, so get ready for that. I'm not saying everybody who's watching this is definitely involved in some kind of treasonous love affair or whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying we've got that energy here. We also have the energy of a new love. But there is, like, some conflict in the heart and in the mind. There's some suffering and sorrow. There's attachment to perhaps negative habits, or like bad habits, addictions, obsessions, fixations. Certain lifestyle choices need to change in order for this to really be elevated. There's a need to let something go and to make some changes and to see this from another perspective. It's basically you're gonna have this new love come into your life, but if you don't evolve yourself, changing yourself, your spirituality through meditation, yoga, practice, education, whatever it is that you need to do, what do you need to do? See, you need to see this more clearly from a higher perspective. Yeah, you need some more information here. You need to contemplate this and really think about this with the Four of Cups, the Six of Swords. You may even need to take a step back in order to get clarity and see this, like I said, analyze and synthesize this information and see it more clearly. And then Yeah, quiet contemplation, spending some time alone in quiet contemplation to get that answer that you seek, because it could be different for everybody, but this is the energy I'm picking up on right now. We do have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it's like she is waiting for the opportunity perhaps to travel. Yeah, we've got the Fool card, but she's afraid of being alone. And so maybe whoever that is needs to spend a little time alone. They're just really scared. Maybe they don't have enough money. Maybe that's why they stay in a job or situation or relationship that is really very unhappy, but it's stable. And now here comes this new love, and it's challenging. Step outside of your comfort zone, it says. Evolve or repeat. All right, that's what I've got for you today, Cancer. So, I've got this new deck, this Archetypes, Wild Unknown Archetypes. I just got it the other day. I'm not an expert at it yet. I don't have it all, memorized or anything. But I love this deck so much. I find it so insightful and uplifting. And I'd like to just get one closing message, and I will read from the book so that we can learn this deck together. So that we can kind of tie it all together. This message is a little complicated. It's about our relationships with ourselves and each other, and our relationships with our lovers and our friends, and how do we show love? How do we show up in our love relationships? And it's about personal, spiritual, and emotional maturity and evolution, growth on the inside as well as changes on the outside. We can't stop the flow of time, right? But there's a resistance to change here. But there's a need to let go of that resistance and allow yourself to go with the flow of these changes to transform. Because you are going to transform one way or another. So what's that going to look like? Are you going to do it consciously and intentionally? Or are you going to do it all blocked up and unconscious? And, which way is this going to go for you? I feel like this is important. That's why it's coming through. So there's a need to surrender, to let go of something in order to receive. And the path will open up for you. But let's see. Let's see what the archetypes have to say. One card for Cancer in this reading, please, to tie this all together as a closing message. Closing message for Cancer, please. I will say these cards are a little difficult to shuffle, but that's okay. And they don't really fly out the same way that the other ones do as reliably. Okay, here we go. We've got the Stone. And we also have the Mask and the Shaman. The Stone, the Mask, and the Shaman. But I'm just going to take the one, okay? This is like the Philosopher's Stone. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's bringing to mind like the all in all, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's read from the book because I'm sure that it says something important for us. This is number 67. 67. The Stone. Oh, yeah, no, that's 47. Sorry, 67. Almost there. Let's see. Okay, it says the Eternal, the Anchor, and the Rock. Yeah, that's giving like King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. The Rock, the Stone, the Anchor. Okay. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone teaches us, hold on, it says, the stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. When it's light, the stone is steadfast, loyal, committed, and present. When it's dark, it's weighted down, it's holding back, and it's cold. To go deeper, look into Caspar David Friedrich's A Walk at Dusk. It says, build a cairn in nature. Find inspiration in Andy Goldworthy's stone egg forms. In Jewish mourning traditions, stones are left at graves rather than flowers. Sit with this vision for a moment and see what unfolds. So the stone is a grounding influence, and that kind of reminds me of like, okay, so holding back is this, the shadow side of the stone is like this cold, holding back, weighing down, you know, unmovable, refusing to move, refusing to change. Even though when in the light aspect, it's loyal and committed and present. And then I like the part about the Jewish mourning tradition, stones are left on graves rather than flowers. Sit with this vision for a moment and see what unfolds. So meditating on that, we've got the death card here, which is like symbolized sometimes by a tombstone. The stone, the tombstone. Leaving a stone at the grave. Leaving a stone here. Okay. So I think this is an archetype just to meditate on this, how it relates to you, how it may be a grounding influence. When it was talking about like the frenzy of the world, I saw that as like the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords influence here. It's this chaotic, crazy energy. It's hard to make decisions when we're in this mindset. It's full of doubts and fears and negative expectations and frustration and sadness and sorrow here, right? And so this is what we need to let go and see differently. Perhaps to be more grounded in the way that we approach this, approaching these changes. In an open way, open to evolution, but also in a grounded way that we are not like losing our head over this or like, because this is an interesting contemplation. It's like you want to change, which means you're probably going to lose yourself. Yourself is, as you know it, no longer exists. If you've really changed, you are now something new and different. So how can you ride these waves of evolution and lose yourself without actually like so-called losing yourself? You know what I mean? Like in a negative way, where you are just drifting aimlessly, indecisive, and chaotic. Perhaps that's the balance to strike between making a move towards what you want and doing what you want without losing your connection to the earth or to grounding forces. Perhaps you need to do some grounding, or maybe there's a specific stone that you could like hold in your hand that could help to, you know, tether you a little bit to the earth, and so that you don't completely fly off the handle or fly away. I'm also seeing the Hanged Man now as like that ground, like his head is towards the earth. You see that? So it's like that earth consciousness or that grounding influence from the earth. This earth sign could, like I said, be a grounding influence for you. But at the same time, it may be posing limitations or restrictions that may be very uncomfortable. So I see you making important changes to overcome this challenge. And I did see that as you let go and go with the flow, it is revealed to you the next step. And then you had the new love, and you had that Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Wands and the King of Wands and all that stuff we saw there. That communication incoming about possibly moving to a new home or investing in a new relationship and taking that new relationship to a next level. But I think the warning here is you could possibly end up repeating the same cycle again if you have not taken that time to invest in yourself and changing your own mindset, you end up bringing yourself, your old self, into the new situation, and then you're like confused, like, why is this turning out exactly the same way? What's the common denominator here? Perhaps it's you. And I don't mean that in a flippant way. I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's not me, it's you. It's like, well, maybe it's not you, it's me. Maybe I'm the one and now I'm channeling. Perhaps you are changing, Cancer, and it's not this other person's fault that you don't want to be with them anymore. It's just that you are changing and they are not. And now it's either you've got to go elsewhere and evolve and go and grow, or you stay put and you stay stuck in a very limiting situation that is not big enough for you anymore. You've outgrown this situation. And so you already know that you're trying to get out of it. Yeah, you've outgrown a situation and you're trying to get out of it, but I think you kind of already have one foot out the door and you're already connecting with a new love. But I think, like I said, before I go, I will just repeat it one more time. Be careful that you don't end up repeating the same cycle over again in this new place. Because perhaps you have outgrown this old place, but if you quickly move into a new situation, perhaps you are not done growing yet, and this next new place will also end up being too small for you if you don't go through the evolution process first, or something like that. Take it as it resonates, of course. I'm gonna leave it there for you for now. Okay, Cancer? That's what I've got for you today, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you've enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.